This video is sponsored by Granite Studio, RKTF University.
Good morning, I'm Vidusha Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 10th of June and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. Iran's Guardian Council on Sunday approved the country's hardline parliament speaker and 5 others to run in the June 28 presidential election, following a helicopter crash that killed President Ibrahim Raisi and 7 others. The council again barred former President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, known for the crackdown after his disputed 2009 re-election, from running. British TV presenter and healthy living advocate Michael Mosley has been found dead in a rocky area on the Greek island of Symi, local mayors told to Reuters on Sunday. The 67-year-old had been missing since Wednesday after going for a walk alone along a coastal path in searing heat just meters away from his destination. 2 men from the Ahmadiyya community were shot dead by a 19-year-old religious student in Falia Tehsil of Mandi Bahauddin district, Pakistan. The incident occurred on Saturday afternoon with a mere 20 meters gap between the 2 killings, according to the community spokesperson Amir Mahmood. The Ahmadiyya community has faced long-standing persecution and violence in Pakistan. Virgin Galactic successfully flew 4 tourists to the edge of space and back aboard its space plane on Saturday, marking the company's 2nd flight this year. The Galactic 07 mission included passengers from Turkey, the United States and Italy, reaching an altitude of approximately 55 miles on the flight that lasted slightly more than an hour. Norway's $1.7 trillion sovereign wealth fund said on Saturday it will vote against ratifying Tesla CEO Elon Musk's $56 billion pay package, which is up for a shareholder vote next week after a Delaware judge invalidated it earlier this year. Turkey announced it will impose a 40% additional tariff on vehicle imports from China. The Trade Ministry stated that this move aims to prevent a potential deterioration of Turkey's current account balance and to protect domestic automakers. This decision comes as China faces increasing global trade pressures due to its expanding exports of electric vehicles, which many countries claim are heavily subsidized by the Chinese government to support its struggling economy. The Israeli military announced on Saturday that its forces have successfully rescued 4 hostages from the central Gaza Strip. The operation led to the safe retrieval of 3 men and 1 woman who had been abducted by the Hamas terrorists during the Music Nova Film Festival on October 7. Following the rescue, the hostages were transported to a hospital for thorough medical examinations to ensure their well-being. The International Monetary Fund has indicated that Sri Lanka's macroeconomic policy reforms are beginning to yield positive results. This statement comes as the IMF prepares for the 2nd review of its $2.9 billion bailout program aimed at assisting the financially troubled nation. Julie Kozak, the director of the IMF Communication Department, highlighted at a press conference on Friday that Sri Lanka has made significant progress in its debt restructuring efforts. Foreign Secretary Lord David Cameron was recently deceived by a hoax involving a fake video call and text messages from an individual impersonating as Petro Poroshenko, the former president of Ukraine. The incident raised concerns about the potential misuse or manipulation of the footage from the hoax. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
इस तरह RKTF विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है। RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी, ये है RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी। RKTF University, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
The ministry offices in Luton's Delhi, Hotel Janpath, as well as airport terminals. Granite Studio India, with its prestigious brands, rich experience, and the trust of our clients, can be your reliable partner. We are here for you, for innovating, processing, supplying, and executing in stone. Contact us today for our special sample kit.
In a shocking incident at the Mumbai airport on Saturday, hundreds of passengers experienced a very close call when an Indigo plane landed on the same runway as an Air India jet taking off. The Directorate of Civil Aviation has derostered an air traffic control official and initiated an investigation. Narendra Modi was sworn in as the Prime Minister of India for the third time at Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi on Sunday. President Draupadi Murmu administered the oath of office to Modi during the ceremony. Along with the Prime Minister, 71 ministers took their oaths as part of the new Union Cabinet. The team led by Modi includes 30 cabinet ministers, 5 ministers of state with independent charge, and 36 ministers of state. The BMC announced on Sunday that the second segment of the coastal road will be open to the public starting on Tuesday. The second underground tunnel of the Dharamveer Swarajya Rakshak Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj Mumbai Coastal Road will be inspected by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde on June 10. Senior BJP leader and former Karnataka Minister V. Somana expressed his commitment to fulfilling the expectations of the party leadership as he prepares to join the Narendra Modi cabinet, which will be sworn in the evening, which has already been sworn in. Somana stated that he has no specific expectations regarding the portfolio he will receive and emphasized his dedication to serving in whatever department is assigned to him by the Prime Minister. With West Bengal's Bharatiya Janata Party unit grappling with electoral setbacks, a reshuffle is on the cards. At least 2 of the 12 BJP MLAs in the state are set to get cabinet positions in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's new Council of Ministers. South Korea announced on Sunday that it would resume its loudspeaker propaganda campaigns targeting North Korea. This decision comes in response to North Korea's recent act of sending balloons filled with trash across the border. Relations between the two Koreas have deteriorated to their lowest points in years, and this development adds to the ongoing cycle of provocations. An aircraft carrying a banner with the message "Release Imran Khan" was spotted flying over Nassau County Cricket Stadium in New York during the T20 World Cup match between India and Pakistan. The banner advocating for the release of former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan was clearly visible as the aircraft circled the stadium, drawing attention from spectators and media alike. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Sunday reviewed the situation following a terror attack on pilgrims in the Ranchi district of Jammu and Kashmir, which resulted in the deaths of 9 people. Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha reported that the Prime Minister has instructed him to continuously monitor the situation and ensure that all possible assistance is provided to the affected families. Talking about the same news, Union Minister Amit Shah declared on Sunday that those responsible for the horrific terror attack on pilgrims in Ranchi district, Jammu and Kashmir, will be brought to justice and will face the full force of the law. Shah's comments came shortly after he was sworn in as a Union Minister for the second time. He stated that he had already spoken with Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha and Director General of Police R.R. Swine to assess the situation following the attack, which has claimed 9 lives. Former Microsoft CEO Bill Gates took to social media platform X on Sunday to congratulate Narendra Modi on securing his 3rd term as the Prime Minister of India. In his post, Gates lauded PM Modi for reinforcing India's role as a hub of innovation across multiple factors, including health, agriculture, women-led development, and digital transformation. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.